let's explore how to choose lighting and highlights on your bottle. So let's assume we've just drawn half a bottle shape using the pen tool. You would need to now turn the stroke off and choose a colour. So we'll turn the stroke off, we will turn the fill on, and let's choose a colour that we're happy with. Let's go the blue. Then we're going to add the three-dimensional effect. So Effect, 3D, and Revolve, and choose the preview button, and you're going to see automatically the three-dimensional object. Now we're going to have a play around with this area on your window, your choices. If that's not there, you need to make sure you've chosen more options. You can see how the bottom becomes visible and disappears as you click that button. So let's have a look at the highlights. For starters, we have been given automatically by default one highlight. So you can change the intensity of that light by left clicking onto this little arrow, and the light intensity can be changed through the little sliding the arrow down to the left or the right depending on what you want. So if you have a look at the effect of that, it becomes almost invisible, and the greater the number, the more intense the light is. So that's one little effect. Ambient light is another one that's worth having a look at. Play around with the effect of that. It's quite nice down low. And the highlight size, you can see that changes as you scroll up, so that's another little thing to have a look at as well. Now on this round sphere you can see one highlight. You can add more highlights or delete them, play around with it as you like. So if you go into this little middle square, you can add a highlight and then click it and hold your left mouse button in and drag it to wherever you want it to be. So you can add as many as you want. Let's add a few more just for the sake of it. And then you might realise, well, you've got too many. So we've got 4 at this stage, which is probably too confusing. So then, as you can see in this little box, if there's a black square around the one that the black square appears as you click the left mouse button, and then you can actually delete as many as you wish by simply clicking onto the rubbish bin. So you can see that now a different one's selected. You can delete that one, it'll disappear just by simply making sure the right one is selected and clicking left click onto the rubbish bin symbol. So let's say we'll keep 2 for the sake of it, and we might put it something like this. You can have a look as you shift the highlight. You can see that the top is becoming more lit, and you can shift the light to where you want. Now the other thing you can play around with is this left square here. It says it moves the selected light to the back of the object. So you could, let's have a new light source, and we're going to select this one and shift it to the back of the object. Then you can, the one that's selected, in this case it's this one, you can choose the intensity of that light and alter that one, or fiddle around with this kind of slidey thing here, and you can see if you can get an effect that you're happy with. So we're looking at behind the object. So it's a matter of just having a play with it. I think I like something a little bit more subtle. Maybe you can see as I've shifted this light to the bottom left side, you can see it's a bit more visible now. Let's have a look at the intensity. Changes just a little bit. So have a play around with that. What else were we going to do? So we've deleted, we've added light sources, we've played around with the slideys. See how you go with organising the light source to a fashion that you're interested in. When you're happy with it, click OK, and you've got your rendered light source, your rendered three-dimensional object. Okay.